Hello, and welcome back. I'm Lisa.
And I'm Erin.
And this is the Getawayz podcast. Welcome to season 2, ladies and gentlemen and people all around.
We had some technical difficulties on the road with recording, so we're a couple weeks late, but welcome back.
We are very excited. We have a big season coming for you with lots of big cities and lots of fun discussions. So hopefully you guys will all love it and keep us posted on what you like and what you don't.
Yes. So summer officially over.
We're recording over Labor Day weekend in the U.S. So the very last day of August.
Yes.
Here. So we are officially saying farewell to summer and moving into fall. Yay!
And with fall comes Christmas talk too and winter stuff. So
yeah,
that'll be coming.
All good things. So speaking of all good things,
today's episode is all about Lisa's birthday and how we spent the last 8 years living in Europe celebrating Lisa.
Which, what better thing could you celebrate? But all right, so should we just start our first year?
Yes, in 2017.
Yeah, which I think started a lifelong love. And that is of the Dolomiti. And that is for, I think everyone probably knows, but it's the part of the Alps in northern Italy into Austria. Yeah. But we were on the Italian side.
Which is South Tyrol, and then Tyrol's in the Austrian side, which we love Tyrol.
Yeah, well. There's no bad place. But here was exceptionally crazy, beautiful, and super fun.
And our first taste.
Yeah. So I think we were just there for a couple of days, weren't we? Because that was our first summer. We didn't do summer. We did little trip, a lot of little trips, didn't we?
Yeah, maybe 2 or 3 days max.
Yeah. So we stayed at this amazing hotel called the Berg Hotel Zerm, and it was super alpine. The vibe was just so...
It was alpine. There's just no getting around. It was the light oak floors, furniture, coziness.
And the staff was all dressed in traditional outfits. And the cool thing about a lot of places in the Dolomiti is that you have, you'll stay at a hotel and it's, what do they call it? Half or three-quarter? Or three-quarter?
Oh.
I think it's three-quarter, isn't it?
Yeah, I guess it's 3/4 board.
So you get for the price, and it's usually per person, you get your room and then breakfast, which is usually a buffet, and then dinner, which usually has some buffet items, but mostly it's you order your main dish to sit at the table.
Yeah.
Right. So that was our first real experience with that too,
yeah,
right?
Which was amazing.
Yeah.
So you only have to worry about lunch.
Yeah. And usually you're out doing an excursion or something or on a hike. So, you can do a picnic or you can, grab something along the way.
We went to that amazing thing up the mountain.
Yeah.
That I think is only accessible via gondola.
Yeah.
It was so good.
And there was we have pictures of it, but there was this crazy playground at the edge of this. I mean, cliff sounds so dramatic, but it was so steep going down and there was a swing.
It was a ski mountain.
Yeah. So there was a swing at the end of it and Dylan was swinging on it. Just looked like he was going to drop off into nothingness, but it was so incredibly beautiful and fairy tale.
It was magical. Now I want to go back.
I know.
And I get emails from them all the time. In fact, I got birthday email for you.
Well, you didn't share that.
Well,
maybe they were going to
go this year. So.
Maybe they're going to give me loads of free stuff.
Yeah. It's not cheap.
It's not cheap, but it is worth it. And, my birthday's a special occasion.
And this one especially, so family friendly.
And dog friendly.
They
had
a dog room.
They had a dog dining area where you could take your dog to eat. We had Cash then and we didn't take him because, he didn't really like everybody or everything. So he would stay in our room when we ate, but he did all the hiking adventures with us. He went up in the gondola with us.
But they have that dog cleaning station outside before you go in.
Yeah.
He went in the gondola first and last.
He did great in that. He didn't get afraid of them until later. Yeah.
Till Switzerland.
Yeah, no, then I don't know what happened. Something in his little brain went, oh no.
And then once his brain went like that, there's no turning back. Yeah. Gondolas were the enemy for the rest of his life.
But thank goodness he went up that time because we had a great time exploring up there.
Good pictures.
Yeah. We'll get into more specifics in a later episode too.
Oh yeah, we'll do a total.
Yeah, because
explored.
There's so much to explore and so much to do, and it's so incredibly beautiful and also so family friendly, dog friendly. I mean, if you enjoy the outdoors at all, like you can't not go.
Yes, that episode coming very soon.
Yeah.
But today's just about Lisa's birthday.
Today's about me. All right. 2018.
2018. Oh, so we followed this girl called Girl in Florence, and she went to this place called Bonosola, and Lisa saw it and she's like, we've got to go here. So we booked not even a full week, like 4 days
I think
in
so.
Bonosola for her birthday, and another dream birthday. I feel like it was so. Bonosola is in Liguria, and it's a seaside. Is that what you town?
Yeah, village. Yeah, and very close to the Cinque Terre region.
Very two train stops, like what, 10-minute train?
Yeah. So you're in a great location because you can go to Portofino very easily. You can go to Cinque Terre very easily, but you don't need to because the little town, village, whatever you want to call it, is so incredibly charming. The beach is beautiful. It's rocky, like it's little tiny rocks. So the water is crystal clear and bananas. The little village is so cute. There's tons of places to walk. There was like this meditation area that was kind of a church meditation area that Cash and I walked down to every morning with this insane view of the coastline. They had cute little restaurants. We ate out a few times. I cooked a lot on that trip, but we went out to a couple restaurants, and then that's where we found sorbetto.
Sorbetto, which is like lemon sorbet with. I always thought it was limoncello, but it's lemon sorbet with vodka, basically, which is limoncello.
Limoncello, like a poor man's version.
So
right?
good, and it's like the Italian version of Jello shots, kind of. I could drink that all day, but I would not be walking if I did because it's strong.
Yeah, but real like super nice late afternoon, early evening treat to cool off and relax.
Another thing about Bonosola that I loved was they took the old train tunnels and turned them into bike paths. So you can rent bikes. We had to go to Spezia to get the bikes, to rent the bikes.
Yeah.
But you can literally ride from like Bonosola all the way to Cinque Terre to Monte Rosa, I believe.
Yeah. Yeah.
And on the routes, and you can go north, but I don't know how far north, but on the routes, there's stops to go down to beaches that are only accessible from the bike trail.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which I thought was really cool.
Yeah. No, it's super cool because obviously you don't have to deal with traffic. You don't have to deal with any sort of cars. And you get built-in air conditioning.
I know.
Do you remember that?
Yeah.
You'd go into these tunnels and it was, it's all rock and cement. And so it doesn't get hot in there. So it's like you'd go through a space where you were out in the open
burning
air
sun.
And it was hot. And then it was like you would pedal as fast as you could just to get into the tunnel part because it was like a breath of fresh air. It was like
so nice,
20-degree difference.
Yeah.
Like it's bananas.
That was really like memorable. I loved that. I want to go back. Another thing, Liguria is famous for focaccia. And so we ate a lot of focaccia.
And pesto.
And pesto. Oh,
yeah. But yeah, we had a really great trip. And it's one of those things that I know like, we'll talk more about Italian summer in general, even in our next episode. But life is very, very simple for an Italian summer. Yeah. And it is going to the beach, going for a bike ride, having sorbetto. Like
that's it.
It's not, or gelato. Like it's not rushing around sightseeing. It's enjoying the sea and staying in these little villages and eating local food and relaxing.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what this trip was. And most of our summers, but this one in particular.
And for your birthday, we found this, I don't even remember how we found it, but
it may have been Girl in Florence too.
Yeah. So Girl in Florence on Instagram. She's really interesting. You should go follow her. But a place called Cafe Miki. I always called it Milky, but there's no L in it.
Well, it kind of looks like it though if you look at it fast.
It does. And it was so good. So like great fresh seafood.
Yeah.
So good. And it was like down kind of in a cave vibe, wasn't it?
Yeah, but on the sea, but not a sea view where we were. But that was in Cinque Terre. That was the first island.
That was in Monte Rosa.
Yeah.
All right. So 2019, another place that Lisa wanted to go. So far, 3 out of 3 is places Lisa's wanted to go. We went to Elba Island, and you found Elba Island through your friend Tomas, right? His name's not Thomas. It's Thomas.
It's Thomas. But was it or was it Alex?
Rocky? No, it was one of the two.
So then it was Rocky.
Okay.
So I think Rocky had been there before. Those were both guys that I went to wine school with and who had traveled around a bit before they started. And so it was like a 45-minute boat off of the coast of Tuscany, right?
Yeah, from Livorno, yeah.
And dog friendly, the boat over there.
Yeah.
And then we had rented a little Airbnb.
Pied-à-terre.
Yeah.
Is that what they're called?
I don't know what that means.
Pied-à-terre? Isn't that French?
Pied-à-terre?
Pied-à-terre. French is not my native tongue or my second native tongue.
Yeah, but it was, what city was that?
I said foot and tea, didn't I?
Yeah. And I unbelievably did not know what you meant by that.
In a place called Rio Nelba. So that's the town.
Yeah.
And it was up. It was up from the sea. We were a good distance from any beach.
We were, but what we weren't a good distance from was really, really nice hiking that Cash and I would do every morning.
Beautiful hiking.
And we had good food. But we were staying in this tiny, tiny, tiny little village.
Tiny village, like probably 200 people.
Yeah.
And 500 cats.
And which Cash loved all of them. So there were these signs all over town about this circus. And it was like on a Saturday night, right? And it was like, 8:00 circus in the piazza. And so we're like, well, what the heck was that going to be? And so we go down and there's probably 100 folding chairs.
Yeah.
And they were right. They turned it into this weird Italian circus.
It was so weird, but I couldn't take my eyes off of it.
And everybody in town, I think somebody could have robbed the entire town and nobody would have noticed.
Nobody would have noticed.
Everybody was eyes on the circus.
Yeah, I don't think there's much to rob.
No,
in the town,
I know.
But...
And no crime really happens there anyway. But it was just so every single person was there.
And so everybody's so happy.
And dancing.
Yeah.
And, it was crazy. But what I will say quickly about Elba is that every single day we went to a different beach, and every single day we could have been in a completely different place.
We were
on
at
the
some
earth.
of the most beautiful beaches.
And they were all
year.
so different.
Yeah.
They were,
you have to park on the road. There's not parking lots. It's not a big island. So you park on the side of the road. You'll know where there's good beaches because there's cars.
Yeah.
And then sometimes you have to really take a hike down. Sometimes you just walk through a forest to get to it. But they're fantastic.
Well, and that's part of the adventure, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So sometimes you don't even know what you're going to find when you climb down.
Yeah. We just got a list of the most beautiful beaches and we just started ticking them off every day.
Yeah. But I just had to share that it's not, it's the kind of thing where every day is a choose your own adventure. And that's what I really loved about that island.
Yeah. Now, big surprise, we went to a seafood restaurant for Lisa's birthday that year too.
We did.
Because we were on the sea.
Well, we were on the sea, but also it's my favorite thing. I can't eat land food during the summer.
Not when you're at the sea. You're not supposed to. Okay, so let's move on to 2020.
Okay.
We don't only call this Lisa's birthday, we call it the celebration of life because we survived COVID. And maybe we'll do an episode about COVID in Italy, but we survived COVID in Italy. So we went to Sardinia.
Yeah, so we had rented this little house in Tartenia.
Yep.
And it is remote as well.
It's remote, not potable water.
No, but very, very close to the beach.
Yeah, a 5-minute walk down a dirt path.
And we had 2020 was a rough year for a number of reasons, but also Cash had spinal surgery. And this was the first place that he was really doing better.
Yeah,
remember?
He finally came back to himself.
Yeah, and we had this in our the rental, the Airbnb had a little yard, which was great. We ate out dinner out there every night,
yeah.
and they had an outdoor kitchen, and it was just a really great summery place. But I remember he was doing donuts out in the grass.
He loved it. Yeah.
And we were like, oh, he's back.
And we were pretty close to a dog beach that he could go dip his feet in.
Yeah.
It was so good we went back to this place. That's how good this house was. But it was remote. For Lisa's birthday, I think Dylan just cooked you food that night.
Yeah. The theme was peaches, remember?
Oh, yes.
And he made a bunch of food that had different uses of peaches.
Mishmash of peaches.
But no, that was great. It was very low-key, very nature, very homey. But I love that part of Sardinia too.
Yeah.
So, not that there's a part I don't love.
So that was 2020. For 2021, we went to Lisa's heritage, Croatia. And we were in Split for her birthday that year.
We were, we've talked a little bit about the Split house, I think, before, but it was really cool because we could be on, we had this great house right on the sea, and we had, we swam every night. We swam, I would like to take, we had Rex then, that was his first summer with us, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we would, and there was again, so many trails and like
Yeah.
rustic areas on this tiny little island. And then I would swim and whatever. But then we also had the option to go into Split.
Yeah. Like it was like a 15-minute drive from
Yeah.
Split.
And what a cute little town.
Split's great.
Yeah. And we did a scavenger hunt there that was like it was like for purifying water or something.
Yeah,
Like it was a kind of a random theme, but
very
it was
interactive.
Yeah. And we had to like be chemists for a second, but it was super
carry
fun.
A briefcase.
Yeah. But it took us around and gave us a really nice intro to the city. And it is really, really cute. And it was kind of it was nice to have the city and the beach.
Yeah.
Like you could be away from everything or not, depending on what your vibe was.
Yes, definitely. And for your birthday, though, I don't remember. Did we have dinner at that restaurant up the hill or did we cook at home?
No, you went and picked up food. So the problem with being a remote worker, which there's not very many problems with it, but I still have a lot of work in LA and the US in general. And so I had a call in the middle of my birthday night.
It interrupts a lot of dinners.
Yeah.
On vacation.
And it did it again this year.
It did. It's like a tradition that she has calls on her birthday.
Yeah. So, but Split was great. Would love to go back there.
Yeah, definitely.
And then 2022, we had already moved to the Netherlands.
Yes, we lived in Rotterdam.
Yeah. And so we did a bit of a staycation getaway for that.
Yes, because we had just gotten back from Sardinia and Sicily again.
And Dylan was starting school, so we had to be back.
We had to be back. So in Amsterdam, you can rent, there's all the canal tour boats, which we love the canal tours. But there's this company that you can just rent the boat private and bring your own food.
With a skipper, though.
Yeah, with a skipper. And he can do the tour or not do the tour. We've done it so many times we didn't need like the tour. But he'll take you in all the tour route. And Rex could go, and nobody else was on the boat. So Dylan and I thought it'd be nice to do like a picnic out on the canals with the private boat with Rex. And so that's what we did. We got rooms at the NH that we really like.
Yeah, and it's right near Vondel Park.
Yeah.
So it was also really nice for walking and for Rex. And just a great location for the hotel.
And a great location to explore the rings, which is the center of Amsterdam, which is where everybody wants to go. But it's right outside the ring, so there's easy parking. That's
not cheap, but easy.
No. Parking in Amsterdam is a thing. And then we did the boat, and then we went to this place that's not open anymore called Mama Kelly's and had chicken and lobster.
Which sounds like a weird combination, but you chose one or the other.
Yeah.
And then your whole meal was sort of based around that. And it was really good.
Yeah, but it's closed now. Sorry.
Yeah. Sorry to dangle that.
And then 2023 was a bit of a detour because I had planned, we love Sancerre wine.
Mm-hmm.
And so I thought it'd be nice to spend Lisa's birthday in Sancerre and like find a vineyard. And so I do some tastings, and I found this place that they're like little mobile homes, right?
Yeah, it's like a glamping kind of place.
So I found this place. It looked really cute. So we get there. It was cute and and it was beautiful, but there's nothing to do in Sancerre, or at least where
nothing we
went.
could find. Yeah,
and B, something spooked the dog in the house, and in the vineyard, he'd bark at the vines. And then when he was in the house, he'd bark at the roof. And then when he's outside, he'd look at the roof and bark. And he was so spooked, and there was really nothing to do. We just kind of decided to cut that trip short after one night. And it was hot in the house, and the air conditioning wasn't great.
I have to say, it was
one of our fails.
Yeah. And it was just more than there was anything wrong. The vibe just wasn't meshing.
It wasn't our vibe at all. So we pulled it together, and we decided to spend her birthday in Luxembourg, which we love Luxembourg anyway, but we've never stayed in Luxembourg. And this time we stayed in Luxembourg in one of the hotels in the chain that we'd love to stay in when we travel Europe.
Right.
And
I got it wasn't even because it was my birthday, but I got the best room.
It was like a freaking suite. It was so big. She was like, "Is your room like this?" I was like, "Well, no, it's not like that at all."
Rex and I were doing donuts in the room. It was so big, and it was on the corner, and it was wraparound windows.
It was beautiful.
It was bananas.
And the hotel was in Luxembourg, but it was not right in the center.
Right.
But really close. and it had that great park that we could walk up to.
Yeah. I mean, Rex and I had a great time,
Yeah.
like finding places, and there was this big open field where he could run and play. Then we found the hiking right down the street.
Luxembourg's probably not on most of your list, but it is a beautiful country. Like the hiking's beautiful there. The Luxembourg city is beautiful. It's
like the high and the low city.
Oh.
But wait, we got to talk about what we actually did on my birthday. We did that big hike with those big rocks.
Oh, yeah. I don't remember what that's called. I'll put a post up this week about it.
Okay.
For sure. It'll be up this week, but it's a famous hike and it was something.
It's one of my favorite hikes that I've ever done, short of probably the Dolomites. But it had these like huge rock formations. Rex could come. There were people there, but it wasn't like bananas. I don't know. I mean, there's some places where you hike where it's not even nature because there's so many people around.
Like Plavitsky Lake.
Yeah. And it was just so beautiful. And we were probably gone for like 2 or 3 hours.
Yeah. And
right?
there's like suspension bridges. There's this, you didn't go in, did you?
I didn't. No.
You can go in this cave and climb up this ladder to the top part of the cave and then hike down. Dylan and I did that.
Yeah.
It's beautiful and it's famous for a reason, I believe. Yeah. And there's no bears in Luxembourg. I checked. But we did the hike and then we decided that we were going to have sushi for dinner and have it at the house so Rex could be with us.
Well, that's not what we decided. There were like 3 restaurants we were going to go to and they were all closed, remember?
Oh, yeah.
Because the end of August, it gets a little risky of what's open and what's not because
it's
everybody's
kind of like
on vacation.
But everywhere.
Yeah.
So, yes, they were closed. And so we decided to order sushi. Did we go pick it up or did it get delivered?
I don't remember, but we ate it in my very glamorous room.
Her giant room. That was such a good birthday. That was a good birthday. It ended up like last minute, but yeah, that was nice.
Yeah.
And so then 2024.
Yeah. So my niece moved here shortly after my birthday and my sister and my brother-in-law came to move her in. And then we all went out to a very fancy birthday at the Cheese Bar, which is like a pretty famous restaurant in Amsterdam, right? Where it's like a cheese train. Like
if you sit at the bar.
Yeah, there's a conveyor belt and you can pick what you want. But we got this like ginormous platter for like...
a charcuterie that went all the way across the table of like 6 or 7. It was 6.
So, yeah, but I mean, it was like more food and more cheese than any of us could have eaten. But it's so delicious.
So good.
And definitely worth a stop when you're in Amsterdam because it was a very, very good meal, and I still think about it often.
It was good, yeah. All right, and then that leaves us to this year, 2025. We were in Puglia this summer, which we'll talk about on the other episode we're uploading today.
So we discovered this beach that had these huge inflatables for kids to like, other obstacle course for kids to play on, and it is dog friendly. And so there's this little piece of the beach that all the dogs can come and swim and hang out. But there's also a beach club right up from it that has the beds and little gazebos where you can take your dog that are completely fenced off. They have like a hose so you can give your dog water or wash them off or whatever. They have dog beds. They have bowls.
Yeah, it's like 20 spots with umbrellas and chairs that are completely fenced in and then 4 gazebos.
Yeah.
I mean, to see all these people with their dogs at the beach and the dogs just laying under the loungers and it was so nice. And Rex really enjoyed it, I believe.
He did. And we, and then we would go out and swim. The beach was a little crowded. So a few times I had to like hold him and let his feet just go crazy in the water. But no, it was really nice. And then they had full services. So we got lunch and brought that back into the area with us. And I could have lunch with him, just hanging out. No, it was great.
That was good.
Yeah.
What did we have for dinner that night?
Well, I had a call that night too.
Oh, yeah.
And then I made dinner, but it wasn't anything special.
Yeah, we make Lisa make her own birthday dinner.
I sang to myself too. And then we had ice cream cake or gelato cake.
Yeah.
So no, it was great.
Next year, we're hoping, fingers crossed, to be spending Lisa's birthday in Spain.
But we're not exactly sure where. So if you have any ideas on that,
if
there's somewhere that you love. All right. So that wraps up my birthday extravaganzas. Hope you have enjoyed, as I have.
It's good to be back. Welcome back. And we will talk to you soon. Check out the website, www.thegetawayzwithaz.com.
And we will be hopefully having a great second season. So we look forward to more. Thanks for listening.
Bye.
Bye.